Hello and welcome to a late night stream with myself and, well, it's actually your channel, so maybe you should give the introduction.
Hi. I'm here with the Distributist, my husband.
Hello.
And I'm
Hello,
Catherine's
and
aka
welcome
Helen.
to
And tonight we're going to play
Stream
Heroes
with
of Might and Magic 3
myself and-
again. And we're just going to
Well,
shoot
it's
the
actually
breeze
your
and
channel, so maybe you should
see
give
where
the
our conversation goes. And please take part in the chat and
I'm here
ask
with the
him or myself whatever questions you want about the game or whatever. This is very informal. So, want to get started?
Sure. You were going to turn this channel into like a general slice of life channel.
Yeah, I think Normie's good. The way everything is going these days online, and
Well, we're both off of Twitter.
yeah,
Are people hearing this? Yeah, I took care of the echo. It should be done now.
okay. I hope people can hear it.
No, people can hear it. It was echoing.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask you about how your Twitter fast was going, but
I don't know. I guess we'll talk about that a little bit. I don't need these headphones.
Okay.
Guys, let us know if the sound from the video game is too much, because I've turned this all the way down, but...
We've done it before with the gamers too.
Well, it's hard to know exactly how much this comes in. You can kind of see... I don't know. You can kind of see what the general... It's hard to say because when the window's not active, there's not actually any sound. Okay, so you're the expert. So this is your favorite game, isn't it?
So many games have come out in the last 22 years, but this one's by far the most addictive.
By the way, Philip, I didn't deactivate my Twitter account. I just signed off of it and used it as a way to essentially echo my other social media. The problem with Twitter isn't the voice it gives you. The problem with Twitter is the time it takes checking it impulsively. And that was what I was trying to kind of eliminate in my own life a little bit. Okay, so what game do you want?
Okay, well, let's go to multiplayer.
Wait, we want to do a pass, right?
Yeah,
Well,
this is a pass.
Why don't we fight on the same team? Like, why don't we fight against computers?
But we have to be the same color that way. You don't
Well,
want to fight against each other?
We can fight against each other
Look
if
at
we
the
want
thumbnail. I'm skewing your head on a sword. I'm supposed to be kicking your butt.
to. Okay, fine.
Alright. And don't worry, this game won't last long.
Oh, okay, you're gonna destroy me.
Well, that's good. Let's see. Okay, good.
Very well, ancient names at least. Yours isn't particularly biblical.
No, let's do a small one today. Good to go.
Not a medium.
Medium will take long.
Isn't medium like smallish?
Yeah, smallish.
We'll turn the game volume down when we start this. This is one of those 90 games where you have to be in the game to turn down the volume. Maybe we can, hold on, give me a second here. Okay, let's turn the desktop audio down. That probably will make the game a little less intrusive.
Okay. Let us know if that makes a difference, folks. Resources. I know. It's like I'm choosing a pair of shoes.
Just pick one.
Oh, we've got these 3 colors. Fine, Hoomsett and Clover. Do you want to choose a town or do you want to
Just have it random.
Alright, fine, I'll do the same thing.
You don't want to choose your town?
No, I'll have it random too. What'd you
Okay.
get? Aha, I knew you were gonna get that one.
I got the guys that would be, I would say they're like red from Magic the Gathering. Okay, let me see if I remember to play this game. This is an old 90s game. I think these guys are more or less Battle Mage versus Barbarian. Am I a Battle Mage?
I think one of them comes with a spell book and the other one is more about fighting.
I know, but okay, I'm gonna assume Battle Mage is better. then I think I need to get a town hall. Yeah, per day. Start accumulating gold. Man, I'm poor.
I put it on standard difficulty, not easy.
Okay, well, I guess I'll strike out with that one. Well, actually, I'll strike out with both of them. 2,000 gold.
Sure.
Is that a lot? Is that a little?
That's pretty standard. Right-click it to see what it does.
Oh, well, too late.
It gives you +2 defense, which is not bad.
Hey, a pile of gold. Oops. Okay, well, let's see what this other person can do. Not really in a position to fight. You guys can ask questions, too. This is mostly, I think this is as much about gabbing as it is about anything else.
I want to hear more about your Twitter fast, Dave. That's kind of a big deal. I mean, you had a few thousand.
Initially, I was, well, I still post to there, hypothetically.
Okay.
Hey, you're the good guys.
Well, I got off of Twitter. I mean, I was getting into these most ridiculous fights with people.
And by people, you mean Seth and Molyneux.
Well, the thing is, like...
What's the point of getting into an argument with a phenomenon like Stephen Molyneux?
Well, it's really his fans that were just rotten. Like, for example, one guy is going on, I think I got in this Twitter argument with this guy, and he's like, women are supposed to, get married and bear their husband's children. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, well, I'm actually married and pregnant. And his response was, well, it's true,
So
I am.
we're totally spilling the beans. Okay, I guess it's
Oh, everyone knows I'm pregnant, come on. And then, I'm going to finish my story. And then when I told him I was married and pregnant, his response was, you're now a fat, useless liability, and no one's going to want you after your husband leaves you.
that doesn't sound bitter at all.
Yeah, so, like, I couldn't believe it. Like, if to him, like, women can't do anything right, like, we're wrong.
How much is lots?
It's like between 15 and 30.
I could probably take those guys.
Oh, you can kill them. Yeah, you got them. And I just couldn't believe how much Twitter was really stripping the humanity from people. It was kind of making me really miserable. As you know, you saw with your own eyes how miserable I was getting on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I tried to, follow people who are a little more, I guess, normie and like things that I liked, like music or things like that. But it just wasn't enough. So I gave it a break. I think I signed off like a month ago and I haven't signed back on. And I've been getting a lot more done since I've been off of Twitter. Especially more housework. So.
That's pretty trad.
Yeah, more housework and more cooking. I'm trying to cook a little more. Anyway.
Why do you get gremlins and I get master gremlins?
I don't know. Ooh, yes. Yes,
So mostly, we're just mirroring each other, basically.
not really. You got the town hall first, and I'm actually going after the creature people first. I think if I up my creatures first, I'm able to wipe out the board faster.
Well, I guess. Oh, sure. How much is that? Lots? I can take those guys.
Props.
The town hall gives you gold by the day.
That's correct.
So that means I'll have more gold if I...
I'd get a city one.
That increases the creature thing at the end of
Yeah.
the week. So I get that last day of the week.
Okay.
These guys are good.
Why do you think Twitter got so popular, Dave?
Twitter got popular because it was the first really large microblogging platform that was pushed. I guess I'm not so sure why Twitter was why Twitter and not something else. Maybe I should tweet this link out again. I mean, I shouldn't tweet it, but I mean, I should put it on my Telegram page again because I don't think we have many people watching this.
Yeah, go ahead. I've done my turn. I'll save that. Just get resources for that. All right, Dave, you can go ahead and do what you need to do.
Let's see if we can find a link to this thing. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Twitter is. I'm not surprised that Twitter is popular. I guess the only question is, like, it seems to me incredibly socially destructive. I was really skeptical for a while that these social divisions were largely due to social media, but in the case of Twitter, I think that it's absolutely the case.
Mm.
And let's go back to the game now.
Okay.
Okay. Taking on skeletons. Oh, you're joining me. Hey. Greater glory. I think I want the experience at this stage, don't I? Yeah, here, advanced offense sounds good.
Oh, someone asked you a question in the chat.
What, can you read it?
No, it's covered.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think Stephen King is massively overrated as a writer. Changed my mind, as Stephen Crowder would say. I mean, like, what is Stephen King's, like, real claim to fame?
Carrie.
Carrie? I guess. I mean, it's a good question.
Does he explore anything as a writer that is particularly unique or poignant?
He explores making money off of, like, H.P. Lovecraft's ideas.
Okay. I meant, like, themes, like humanity themes or fear.
Well, of course. I mean, every horror writer is going to, explore themes of horror, right?
Yeah, but usually it's in a way that hooks people and that people can relate to, which is why it makes it so potent.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think Stephen King came around. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's a bad writer. I mean, he is really the quintessential baby boomer, isn't he? When you think about
what's
it,
so
like,
boomerish about him?
His political. So he hates Middle America. Like, his impression of Middle America is just the worst thing ever. It's all a bunch of, like, murderous ignoramuses living in Middle America, murdering each other and worshipping corn gods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then so basically his characters are just wall-to-wall stereotypes from, like, your typical, like, blue state baby boomer. Like, even, like, the Green Mile and Shawshank Redemption, you got, like, the Project Negro and all that stuff. Can I say that online?
You can say it on my channel.
It's a trope. It's a trope. The Morgan Freeman type characters. I know the thing with it, though, was just I don't think it is really implicitly scary. I think it's. You have a ballista already? Where did you get?
Yeah, I think he came with one.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Ooh, a gem pond. Yes, please. Go ahead.
So it's day 5, right?
Correct.
Okay. Ooh, I definitely want that.
Ages of Empires. You ever played that?
I knew of the game. Everyone did.
When did it come
But
out?
it came out in the late 90s, I believe.
Oh, like this one.
Yeah, it's the same era of game. I like to have one big hero. Okay, you go south here. can do some mischief there. I guess this is just the gopher. I don't know. I never really liked it as much as Civilization.
Age of Empires. Okay. Age of Empires.
That's an actually if I've ever heard it. I mean, its problem was twofold. First of all, the monster, the clown isn't really very scary because at no point are you really in suspension of belief about whether it's evil. He just looks creepy, so there's no cognitive dissonance. But at the same time...
Sure, there's cognitive dissonance because he's a clown. Aren't clowns supposed to be happy?
I mean, I don't know.
Or we always associate clowns with being creepy.
At no point was this clown ever ticking that box.
Maybe you should advertise the stream on Twitter.
I did.
Oh, God.
What's this about David French? So the other thing about it was that they tried to jump forward in time. So that originally it was the 50s to the 80s. And now it's the 80s to the 2010s. And that time jump... Oh, I did lose a little bit of weight.
David French, you were saying.
What about David French?
Weren't you just talking about David French?
Well, someone said David French in the chat.
Yeah, so you started talking about David French, and I cut you off.
No, I was talking about Stephen King.
Oh, whoops.
Someone else mentioned David French.
Okay, go on with Stephen King.
And you want me... What needs to be said about David... Is tomorrow the part where we get this?
Yeah, on day 7. We're on day 6 right
Okay,
now.
let's do that. That's the right time to do it.
Yeah, David's been on a bit of a diet. Of course, myself, I've been gaining weight.
I'm also doing some weight exercises. Really helped.
I'll say. Oh.
But this game.
You never finished the French live stream.
Yeah, I never did finish the French live stream.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm. Okay. The problem is I'm trying to get my edited videos out of the way. I've got 3 hours of recorded content that's not been edited yet.
Whoa.
Well, I've got 1 hour of the ContraPoints video, 1 hour of the Jordan Peterson video. And then I have I want to do a video kind of linking them together that I haven't done yet. And then I have about half an hour of the next culture war and content creation video. And so that should come down the line. Well, I don't know. Depends. I should probably... There's never seems to be enough hours in the day.
And he's been recording every single day from what I...
Well, no, I haven't.
Well, sure.
I've always been wanting to record, but it's always there's something going on that's noisy. The problem is it's hard to record with a half an hour, but if it's okay, piano now, and it's wow, these guys are just not fighting at all.
Yeah, I think you're gonna kick my butt.
I don't know about that. You're pretty good at this game. This obviously is the last one. Are we separated by C?
No. I don't want to give it away, but we're actually on a big piece of land that looks like a clover.
Is there a castle in the middle of the clover?
There are other castles that aren't ours.
So, I mean... So I guess to go over the It thing again, in the original It, the town dairy was sort of supposed to be this town that time forgot. And was just as regressive as it had been in the 50s. And so there was sort of this the fear was sort of like, this is what America would have looked like if we hadn't progressed. But that's just not the case in 2019. And so the whole thing just sort of rang false. I mean, do people think that in 2018 or 19, they're like, you know, rural Massachusetts, wherever this took place, has like roving gangs of people who kill gay people? I mean, it doesn't ring true at all. Oh, so it's day one that the new stuff comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really should finish that French live stream. We should broadcast this on my channel. We should both watch David French.
Okay.
But you would agree with him because you're more of the standard Republican type conservative.
Well, actually, I think I'm more of a centrist, much to the shame of this family.
Not a centrist.
Oh.
Good job with the hot centrist.
Yeah, you may get your creatures now.
What do I need to get these good ones?
Buddy.
Looks like I need more resources.
Go on, play. My butt's hurting.
I'm not going to talk about the things that are complained about.
You can complain. I mean, talk about it. Who marries Sargon? Am I Sargon or is David Sargon?
If you're a centrist, that would be you.
Oh. How did you red lock?
Haven't you read Locke? Do you even have reasons to believe the things you're saying?
Yeah, well, I don't know where you got that from, Dave.
Oh, that's,
Yeah, I know. Do other people around here watch?
Can I ask a question? Did you hear Jordan Peterson checked into rehab today?
What? No.
His wife apparently was diagnosed with like incurable cancer, and he was prescribed like an antidepressant, and he felt like he was becoming addicted to it.
How do you become addicted to antidepressants?
I don't know the exact story, but that's...
That really sucks about his wife. Do you have any more gossip on that?
Well, I don't know. We could probably live stream about that.
Okay. Do you want to like look it up for me? Please.
Okay. You kill skeletons. I'll check
Okay, thanks.
gossip
Yeah,
about
make yourself useful.
Dr. Lobster Peterson.
I mean, I can understand being addicted to maybe Ativan or something like that, but antidepressants not really.
Jordan Peterson enters rehab after wife's cancer diagnosis, reports the New York Post, which I think is reliable. Jordan Peterson, the Canadian psychologist and anti-political correctness crusader, has checked himself into rehab in New York, his daughter has revealed. I've never seen my dad like this, the 27-year-old diet blogger said. In the 8.5-minute video, he's having a miserable time of it. It breaks my heart.
Well, what's he hooked on?
Anti-anxiety drug clonazepam.
Clonazepam.
Is it like diazepam?
No, clonazepam is just like, it's like Ativan, except it releases slower. Ativan is like a quick fix to help get rid of anxiety, but clonazepam, like I have a sick family member with schizophrenia who takes it because it calms them down all day, but it's not as like fast and as potent as lorazepam. So it's a benzo.
Okay, so...
And benzos are very addictive.
I don't
Were you
know.
done?
Guess I'm done now.
The elder Peterson, 57, began taking the addictive medication to deal with stress from his wife's battle with cancer and other health problems earlier this year, his daughter said. He tried to quit cold turkey, that doesn't work.
Well, cold turkey works. It has...
You
it
get really
works.
sick, but...
Well, it works about 20% of the time, you know?
Okay. She miraculously recovered from the complications of the kidney surgery. He went through a horrific physical withdrawal that left him looking like a lost puppy. He decided to check himself into a place because he didn't want to stress Mom, not wanting to get off of this as quickly as possible. And honestly, needs some medical help, said Michaela.
I don't know. I saw there is a blogger, Peter Coffin, who's trying to make political hay out of this.
What kind of political hay?
I can show you the video.
How do you make political hay out of it?
He's like, oh, well, this just shows you that Jordan Peterson isn't following his own advice.
Oh, that's baloney. I am myself in pro-medicine, right?
I'm like, what did Jordan Peterson say? Don't go to rehab, bucko.
No, more like, don't get addicted to things in the first place, bucko.
Oh, well, is that even a thing?
I don't know. What is Emmett the Fifth saying about the alt-right? The alt-right would be around for a long time.
Well, hold on. I think you mean by the alt-right, I mean nationalist movements will be around for the long time, not the specific movement that was headed by Richard Spencer. I think anyone could tell that Richard Spencer was on a quick road to Nowhereville. Anyone could see that after the Hailgate stuff. So I don't know. I mean, it's I think this highly depends on what you want to consider the alt-right, really.
Are you making your way over to my part of town, or keep my bed?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. Are we competing with each other? Peter Coffin, his face pisses me off. If you can get through a Peter Coffin video and not have your brain explode. Wait, do I have a City Hall yet?
I don't think so. Who's Peter Coffin?
He's a progressive YouTuber. You can watch one of his videos.
Can you give me a summary?
He's a pretty boy, gender non-binary guy who just wants to have a little bit of social justice. It's a little social justice.
Ew. Oh, well, we're about to cross paths. Please don't hurt me. Oh no! Yeah, so the other day, Dave and I went to a Magic draft, and oh no!
Yes.
We went to a Magic draft, and we were paired together, and he just wiped the floor with me. He's like,
Helen.
"Sorry, Helen."
Competitive games. The rules.
It's my person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, why don't you just give up and not actually hurt me?
Because I want to hurt you. You hurt me personally.
Oh, come on.
You attacked me. That's mine.
I shouldn't have put my eagles there.
Poke you. Well, only one died. Ouch.
My eagles back when I get the chance.
Yeah, what issues am I left wing on, Dave? I think I'm left wing on gun control, actually. Oh.
What do you mean you're left wing on gun control? You own guns.
Okay, I'm more about registering them, people getting,
That's not actually...
people getting psych checked out first.
This is just like moderate talking points that ignore the larger issues.
I'm so dead. Okay, Canada, for example, the country where I'm from, has far bigger social safety nets than I think the United States does, and I don't like how the U.S. is like, oh, we're gonna end up like Canada. It's so bad. Socialism's so bad. We're not like full out socialists, but we do have more social programs.
That's not what. I mean, I don't know.
I hear it all the time from people like Bill O'Reilly. He's like, we end up like Canada.
No one likes Bill O'Reilly except your neocon friend. who I'm not going to mention his name on live.
Okay. Lots of people like Bill O'Reilly.
Lots of boomer cons like Bill O'Reilly.
Monster. You're going down for that. Going down.
Probably not going down. Wait, why do I need this? Oh, I need it. Oh, shoot. I'm way behind on this.
Oh, you're not. You're mopping the floor with me. You know, Bill O'Reilly has been off the air for a while, but he has some traction with like his online thing, and he still has several million followers. What? No one wants to end up like Canada? Why not?
I think they're talking about like Justin Trudeau.
Oh. Well, Justin Trudeau's not the end game of Canada.
I think it might be.
No, he's just a bit of a laughing stock of Canada right now. You know, painting his face, but Canada will prevail. Good old Canada.
He is simply the greatest actor who has ever lived.
There is a reason why Canada and the U.S. being the longest undefended border in the world, why we are not, you know, crossing the border into the U.S. in droves, is because people are actually happy in Canada. You know, and who really? You're laughing at me. How could you not want to end up to be a country like that where people are actually really happy and content where they are?
What do you mean? I mean, Canada is happy and content because it's rich. I don't think that their cultural perspectives are really going to last very long. Although I'm
That's
not.
because we're following the United States'
Yeah. They're just wokeness came from the United States. There's no evidence.
Of course, it came from the U.S. Where else did it come from? I'm listening.
The racial stuff did. I mean, I guess in a technical sense, you're right that the universities came from the United States, but Canada has consistently been more woke than the United States in pretty much everything. I was like, I know you speak the truth. Never know exactly how to treat streams on your channel, Catholic Wench.
You can do whatever you want. I'm a very easygoing person.
Yeah, but like I usually take these streams to like hold forth about my own opinions. Mm-hmm. See, don't you think we should? What game do you think we should play? Do you think we should play Magic Online? We could play Magic Online.
Now?
Not now.
Actually,
generally.
This man here was building some really nice commander decks, which I'd like to try out online.
Ooh, look at the world here. Mm-hmm. What can I do? I don't know spell book.
Yeah, Canada's a little weak on the art, I find. When I went to university and I tried studying composition for a year there, as part of my degree in music, they were really heavy on conceptualizing music and modern ways of composition, which didn't work. I was already writing music for my church at that time, and it was pretty well received by the congregation, but it was very traditional. And even though my composition teacher said I was the most successful student we had that year because I was actually having hundreds of people singing my work, they didn't want me to pursue that because it wasn't, you know, what they were into. And I'm like, you know, if something is popular and it's working, then why don't you cultivate that? And there's a lot of Canadian shiterature too. And actually, yeah, I will agree that a lot of wokeness in the culture is making the art really poopy in Canada. That I will go for. Oh, I'm poor. Got troops. Thanks, Dave.
Anytime. Ooh, I can get more money by trading my resources in.
Yeah. What a concept, eh, Dave? Sorry. Alright, Mexico's not greater than Canada.
would be on Helen's side. What do you mean by
Mexico's
Canada?
not better than Canada. We don't got those drug gang people.
What do you mean by conceptualizing?
Well, how my teacher put it was like, yes, go ahead, fight them.
I'm not going to.
All right.
Might come up. There's nothing here.
Would you say conceptualizing is learning how to look at something in a different way? How would you define conceptualizing?
In what music?
Yeah.
Means you can take things at an abstract level.
Exactly. So, the one way of writing notation in music is 5-staff and notes with clefs. I don't know, 5-staffs, 5 lines, staff, grand staff, whatever. That's a traditional way of writing down music. But some people write these compositions where it's just a piece of paper of squiggly lines going this way and a block going here, and putting that in front of an orchestra and be like, interpret that, make a sound out of that. And apparently that's the hot thing to do, is you're breaking away from the traditional ways of notating music into a way where you're leaving leaving a little too much up to the interpretation of the musicians. It's not bad as an exercise, I guess, but not as a way to write music. I thought that was kind of a cheap way of writing music. So I guess that's what I meant by conceptualizing music composition.
Oh, that's the Molebug quote is leftism. I mean, in some technical sense, you're right. It does come from America, but it's you could say communism as. Okay, Helen, nice clicking me into my turn there. You could say it's Molebug does that communism is as American as apple pie, but I'm not so sure how much. Have you talked to Canadians?
We're boring.
They're less aware of the problem than most Americans are.
I'm actually going to save up my money. Go ahead.
There's nothing to do underground. Where are you?
Oh no, are you coming after me?
I don't know.
I'll only let you take my army if you ravage me first.
This is public, Helen.
I know. I'm talking about within the game. Can you do that in the game? Is there a rape setting?
This is your favorite game, not mine.
Oh, I know. I'm just kidding. No sense.
According to Anita Sarkeesian, all games are rape simulators. I just channeled you need 5,000 gold to get that?
Yeah, you're broke.
Yes.
That's good. Do you know who invented these leftist ideas?
I do, but I'm not allowed to attribute that to groups that are largely prominent in its construction. Otherwise, people's channels start going down.
Oh, speaking of which, someone by the name of Daniel Morales, I believe, asked our thoughts on the Dark Crystal.
Okay. You're talking about the Netflix series, right? That was... nothing... I can't watch anything anymore, Helen. That was crap, right? I mean, am I crazy here? That... Okay, it looked great. But it was utterly empty.
Why was it crap?
Because basically it was a paint. There was okay. So first of all, it's a prequel. So there's nothing that really can be done in terms of making it kind of I'm in range of you. Since it's a prequel, we know how it's going to end. So the only thing left for a prequel to do is tell the story in a really original way, or it's going to be to wait, where are you?
I don't know.
Oh, you're over here.
No! Oh! I know that smile, Dave. There is one woke part of the Dark Crystal. Can anyone explain to me why DEET had two fathers?
Because it's all woke. It's everything about it was there to make the progressive imagination key into the fact that it's like the resistance, like they're resisting an elite, but okay, let's aside from the fact that it's political.
Are you done?
It doesn't even have political ideas. It has tones that it likes to hit that are flattering to progressives that watch it. So there's no original ideas. There's not a lot of new creatures. The puppets look great, and that's good. But that's almost immaterial to the whole endeavor because...
Why? Why, David?
Because, I guess it's immaterial because you've got Brown team in your territory somewhere.
Let's see that again. There they are. They're in your territory, too.
Ooh, where is their castle?
Probably up there to the right.
I'm gonna go up there and fight them. Ooh, it's a barbarian castle, which is really good for me.
In terms of anything recently we've seen in media that was creative, we saw Midsummer last month.
That was passable.
That was passable compared to a lot of other things that have been out. I do like indie movies. I saw Thoroughbreds, I think it was last night. It wasn't great. I mean, the ending was for want, but it's better than...
understatement.
I think that was better than all the stuff that's out there. I just can't stand the mainstream stuff anymore because you've seen it once, you've seen it a million times. And of course, that Chernobyl series was excellent on HBO. I wouldn't call that like a heavily creative, endeavor, but it was quite good. It was good. So
the problem is, as soon as The Dark Crystal starts, I'm presuming you've seen the movie from the 80s. As soon as The Dark Crystal starts, you immediately know how they got to the place they were at the beginning of Dark Crystal. So you can pretty much fill it all in yourself. So the only thing left is that they have really good characters or that they do things in a really kind of neat way, which means that they have to kind of slow cook the whole endeavor. But they don't. They don't have any kind of suspense. You can see through every one of the plot points, and by the time you get to that part of the plot, you've already thought of a better way that it could resolve. A more interesting way that you could describe the same story.
Are you looking forward to the new Joker movie?
Kind of. It's kind of like a repeat of Taxi Driver, isn't it? Wait, is this me? That's them.
Yeah, that's them. They're attacking you, I guess.
Okay, well, this isn't...
You forgot to pick up a spell book.
Who cares? Yeah, this is... I'll put it back here.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, is this my sweet comeuppance?
I don't know about that.
I'm looking forward to the Joker movie. I think it's going to be one of the best movies made this year from the looks of it. Like, I agree with you, it's probably Taxi Driver. Oh, it's society that turned him into this monster. But in terms of how they express that through cinematography and the actor's chops, I think Joaquin Phoenix definitely has the chops to play a good Joker. So, I think it'll be good. I am looking forward to it. I'll be like 8 months pregnant when it comes out. Probably going to labor in the theater. Oh, regarding my channel being PC,
Your channel's PC.
well, no, PG.
Well,
I swear.
won,
Oh, you did?
but just barely.
I swear a lot in my other videos, which I shouldn't do. So no, I'm not a terribly PG kind of person on this channel. But I try sometimes. I feel bad whenever I swear.
Oh, as long as you feel bad, though.
A little bad.
I'm beginning to see what the problem is with this faction. Its troops are kind of money efficient, but they die really easily.
I find it to be weaker. They don't have a lot of tricks.
They're just like big rocks and stuff. Sometimes literally. Yeah, we should play. Actually, someone's complimenting you for being.
Well, I know that actually someone complimented me at the Magic draft last night. He's like, I can't get my wife to play Magic with me. You actually look like you enjoy playing it with your husband. I'm like, yeah, I suck, but I do enjoy it. So I guess there's some things you're into that I tried to get into to see if I'd enjoy it, and I was just bored out of my tree.
Like what?
Your live streams about political things with your buddies. I'm like, sure, I'll come along and listen.
Reactionary politics.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're just like, you started super chatting the stream itself.
Yeah, let's just talk about me. I find me.
Don't talk about reactionary politics.
Talk about me. Yeah, I was bored out of my tree, and I tried for several live streams to sort of understand where you guys are coming from. I couldn't do it.
What should have went with neuromancers?
Necromancers. There's a black.
We didn't go with anything. We just randomly.
Yeah, we hit random, and we ended up with these factions. Ouch! Don't hurt me. Ouch! Don't hurt me. Dead demon. Orbs, great.
I have my glasses on. I have to sit neuromancers. Okay, so to be quite honest, like, you find escape rooms a lot more fun than I do.
Yeah, I guess I do. And you are a pretty good sport about it, because whenever I ask if we can go to one, you're like, sure. It's really
The only thing I worry about is, obviously the budget, right? Like,
yeah, it's $70 for both of us, which is kind of expensive. We did an escape room last night, and we got out. It was just the two of us. That was fun, wasn't it, darling?
Sure. I think you're taller than me on the video here because I'm slouching. Ah, yeah, I am slouching. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay, I should sit up. Okay.
Okay.
That's the mushy part of the stream.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Are you playing or is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Okay, I gotta get this, what am I gonna do here?
Are you gonna do a live stream soon, Dave?
I usually don't do live streams unless I have a video made. And I've done 2 live streams. I have 3 live streams and no videos. So I feel like I owe it to my audience to finish one of my videos first. And it's not like I do this for a living, so it's like I only have a set amount of time to do this. I think people oftentimes assume that all YouTubers just sit around and just do YouTube.
Yeah, he actually has a day job that I rely on as well.
You have a job that you don't get paid for because you're an illegal immigrant.
I'm not illegal. I'm here legally.
You're not here legally as an immigrant.
No, I'm here legally as a visitor, and I'm totally okay. Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, well, let's
right
not talk about. Let's not talk about our attempts to break the law live on video.
We're not attempting to break the law at all, actually. I'm currently in the U.S. on visitor status awaiting my green card interview, and I am respecting my visitor status by not earning money. I'm not breaking the law in any way. I'm just visiting my husband.
I can think of a way that you might be breaking the law. Well, let's not talk about it. What
am I doing that's breaking the law? Volunteering? I volunteer at the church. That is not breaking the law. You can volunteer while you're on a visitor status. Absolutely.
I'm not going into the details.
Well, now you have me all itchy and stuff about it.
I don't think that was what the word... Okay.
You made me itchy.
Yeah.
Apologize. Well, I'm here legally, so... My visitor status expires in 4 months. I should get my green card by then. So... Blast, are you like anti-Canadian or something, eh?
Black Bast or whatever.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of Canada's poopy vibes. Well, a lot of people say that just to get my goat, and it works.
Yeah, it does work.
It does, yeah. Don't bash my country. I'm very proud of my country.
I'm not saying anything. What?
It's fine. Have you ever considered getting a tattoo?
I'm too hairy for tattoos. Like, what would I get a tattoo of? I mean, if I was in the military, I might get a tattoo. I think you're winning again, Helen.
Good. Regarding an anchor baby, even if I had the baby in Canada, the baby would be considered an American citizen because of him.
I don't think that's how it
That
works.
absolutely is. I looked it up. All I have to do is register the birth at a consulate. At an American consulate, be like, yeah. So, the father's an American citizen. So it could work. Yeah, I could still have an American citizen baby. In fact, I was in communication with another young woman who she was in Canada waiting to get down to the States with her husband. She had her baby there, and the baby had an American passport. So, yeah. Oh dear.
Maybe we're both going to lose to the computer.
Yeah, I did put it on a more difficult setting this time. Anyway, I'm almost too pregnant to fly anyway, even if I wanted to go back to Canada. But reverse anchor baby. Look, I married an American who happened to get me pregnant, okay? Not my fault. Well, a little bit my fault, but...
Yeah, there's no part of that that's not your fault.
It's just,
insofar
it's
as
life.
fault is...
It's life, and it's just something we're going to have to deal with.
Why does everything... Did they not engage you? I guess they...
They're about to. If I don't get out of here, they're going to clean me up good. I'm going home. Oh, you'll bust me back. You guys are so mean.
It's just the troll chat. This
is
why girls can't YouTube.
I just want to be with my husband. It is a mockery of marriage to make it so difficult for me to immigrate down here. Legally married. I have every right to be with my spouse.
Not according to the U.S. government, you don't.
Your government's poopy.
So we're just gonna keep on throwing, like...
Yeah.
More guys at me?
Yeah. That's how that works. Are you gonna catapult me back? Thanks. I'm here legally. When I'm here legally, then you can make fun of me, but you will never see me be in the United States illegally. I have been so square in the last 3 years since I've been traveling to the United States.
I haven't committed one crime in a year.
Really? I'm always honest with the border guards. I never, ever overstay a visa.
Well, okay. I'm not gonna...
Well, there were times where I told the border guard I'd be back a certain day and then ended up extending it by a few weeks. That is anything but breaking the law.
May I ask the chat what they would want to see on this channel? Like, in terms of content? We were thinking of having this channel be more, like, very, very normie content. I think we were going to call it Helen's Homestead, the channel.
Well, last time I asked the audience that, I think it was Mr. Fritz Imperial, was like, don't ever ask people what they want to see. You gotta do you.
What? That's not true. You can... What do you mean you don't ask anyone?
You can catapult Dave with me. That's totally fine.
Oh, it's there. Shoot, I missed it.
That's their castle.
Okay, well, hopefully I have enough guys to take it on. Need a capital. There's a lot of gold for that.
Oh my gosh, it's working.
What?
The American immigration system screwed me over. You've heard this story, haven't you? Where I waited 9 months for my visa and they didn't take a box, so they sent it snail mail back to California.
Oh, I can't hear the story again.
Yeah, you've got to. Anyway.
Every time, every new person we meet, we hear this.
That's because everyone asked me, so I just repeat myself. Anyway, this American system has really screwed me over when I've paid all my fees, done nothing wrong. And it's been really unfair. And I spoke to lawyers about it, immigration lawyers. They said my case is sympathetic because of how poorly I've been treated in this system, because the American system made mistakes in my application and treated me like dirt when I tried to get them to rectify it for me. So, it's a very stupid system.
Oh no, really?
Isn't that just Moldbug racist? Wikipedia says so.
Well, I know Wikipedia says so.
What, do you think he's racist?
What do you mean racist?
Yeah, that's a good question. What does racist mean? I actually really don't know what it means anymore.
It doesn't really mean anything. It hasn't for a very long time. Come on, you need to kill one. You should like bowling balls.
Yeah, Dave is pretty hot in Roman Centurion armor.
Come on.
I tell you, it's rigged. If Dave ever wears a toga, it'll be between me and him.
Eagles are terrible.
Your country is good, but it's got some issues. And sadly, I've been a victim of one of those issues.
If the issue is not giving me exactly what I want when I want it.
They screwed up on my paperwork. It made me wait an extra year on it.
Made me wait. I know, they made me wait too. This sounds like...
I'm fine. I'll go back to Canada and you can, do your own laundry, okay? Seriously, and then you'll be begging for me within a week.
I don't know.
Ellen, I miss you. I can't buy my own toilet paper any longer. It's too inconvenient.
I wonder how I bought toilet paper before I met you.
I don't think you did, actually.
I just used clam shells or something.
I know. I just used, the fabric of my pants. Why won't anyone hang out with me? What? What?
Is this defended?
Yes, it is defended.
Oh, I can take them. Maybe I can't, actually. How do I know how much they have?
You can't.
Do I have a catapult?
Yeah, you always come with a catapult. But
okay, whatever.
If they have a castle, they're going to have 3 archers who are going to wipe you out. Do you have a chance? Do you buy a spellbook?
No. That didn't.
Someone asked to return the phone.
Okay, we'll do it again here. Oh, nice. Oh, come on.
Thank you. I've been waiting in line for 2 years, and a lot of people come in and just pour in, and still are able to be with their families and work. And like I said, I'm square. I will not get into this country.
I think I got this. This is crazy.
Yeah, you got it. Good for you. I will not get into this country illegally. I don't read. I'm sorry.
All right, more money. Okay, let's double my income.
Great. Now you're really going to whip my butt. You have 2 castles.
But none of the peripheral stuff. I need to defend myself if I'm going to keep that. I'm a much more aggressive player than you, I've learned.
Yeah.
In this game.
I like it.
This game is so boomer. Well, yeah, it's kind of a 90s kid game.
I'm not illiterate. I didn't say I can't read. I said I don't read.
You're reading The Secret Garden.
I know. That's as complicated as I can go.
Yeah, I'm reading The Queen of the Black Coast.
Yeah, he's reading Conan stories to me, which is kind of nice. He's really good at
I do the
animating.
voices.
Yeah, he's really good at animating the story when he reads out loud. It's
Although people say on my channel that I don't do a good job reading fiction. I don't know.
maybe I'm biased. Do you need a drink or something?
Sure.
What would you like?
Could I have a cranberry juice?
Coming right up.
I know that's not on my diet. But...
Sorry if you see my big fat pregnant belly if I get up.
If you're over the age of 30, you're a boomer. That makes sense to me. I think heroes are underrated in this. Because the heroes can scout out ahead and also take... I think that there's no risk in me just going out there and grabbing that coal plant. I think it's like a very low risk, high reward type thing. Yeah, that is. The new vid's coming. Well, which one? The second part of Culture War and Content Creation? I could probably have that done in a few days. I need to finish the script for my last third part of the Jordan Peterson video, which is the one that I'm most passionate about, but it's also the one that is sort of harder for me to actually finish. I need 10,000 gold to get that capital. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Oh.
Yeah, it's already 2.5 hours, I think.
Your video's 2.5 hours?
Well, I cut down the video, and it's like, I think it's 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Oh my god.
Which means that the third part is probably going to be pretty long. But I'm going to break it up into parts, so it's like 20 minutes each. Basically, it's just a ContraPoints sucks video and a Jordan Peterson kind of sucks video. Ooh, that stuff's worth a lot.
Yeah, I found your Manchester Moldbug video was quite good.
Everyone likes that one so much. I don't know what they like so much about it. I feel it's not too different.
Maybe you demystified something about him.
Well, he's kind of a mystical guy. Oh, wait, how do I get the spell book?
Go to the Mage Guild.
Is it here?
Yeah,
Ooh.
there you go.
So now I have spells?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm going to power this hero up. Should probably save some of my money to get the... The reason why it's taking so long is I'm doing another one of those dialogues between the HAL computer and myself.
Oh.
And I had to literally script those because the computer has to do voice text to voice. And because of that, it's because I write slowly. And then I'm supposed to do a Distributist video in October, but that's going to be tough.
So is ContraPoints being cancelled like old news now?
It is kind of.
Okay.
I mean, it's still funny. I mean, it's still. I mean, I don't know what. I mean, I don't know how reactionaries are supposed to react. I mean, obviously, ContraPoints is going to be forgiven the second, because if they seriously canceled them, whatever the pronoun is, like permanently, the left would have a hard time ever recovering from that. That would be pretty tough.
Speaking of the left eating their own, I wonder if anyone has any opinion about the Justin Trudeau scandal that's going on. Blackfacing. I don't even see how that's racist.
Well, ContraPoints is pretty polite in person, but I've had a hard time forgiving them from the whole, if they associate with fascists, they're fascists. If they say they're not a fascist, that's just what a fascist would say.
Uh-oh. Several few horde. Oh my god.
Looks like he's pretty powerful.
I'm just gonna kill myself.
Temporary, as in say temporary alliance against the... Come on, Helen, you can't beat that.
Ow. Oh.
Maybe you can.
60 points of damage.
Into the genies, right?
No. I'll hurt these people. I'll kill the genies.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, and then I'll finish off their archers. Ta-da!
Ooh, you did well.
This guy's going to be a problem, though. He is going to be a big problem. But I'm going to hurt him. And then I'm going to kill him.
Ooh,
and
wow.
I'll kill... Well, not kill him, but take a big bite out of their butt. Ouch. They fled. Go H-bomb. All right. I'll get stables.
I'll get unstables. I don't know,
Donald Trump never did blackface. I think it's funny that he painted his face. Like, he was a teacher at the time, and he was dressing up in a costume. Like, big deal. Are people so sensitive? What?
Yes, people are so sensitive, Helen.
I'm just appalled by that.
I'm appalled. I'm Canadian.
Have you ever read T.D. Eliot's book on Christianity?
T.S. Eliot's.
Oh, T.S. Oh, yes.
I have not read T.S. Eliot's book on Christianity. I'm going to save up for that. It sounds ridiculous, but I'm just turtling until I can get that.
Actually, I should probably go this way. Go this way. This way. Aha! Oh! Damn, I think a resource silo. Oh no. Can you guess which 20th century composer? Let me just move that out of the way so I can read it. Called himself a monarchist in 1950 and compared monarchy favorably against democracy.
Orff.
Why do I always thinking of Benjamin Britten? I don't know. I can't. I don't know. Could be Philip Glass for all I know. Who is it? Philip Daniel. Give me the dirt. Who is it?
I only know 3 composers from the 20th century. Orff, Rachmaninoff.
Schoenberg. Oh, no way.
Schoenberg. I guess I knew him.
Is he the one who did the 12-tone writing? Or am I confusing that with, like, Webern or... I forget. It was all my music theory classes, 3rd and 4th year music theory classes, but I completely forget. That was actually turning out to be a while ago. I would have never guessed. Was he in the Viennese school? I give up.
You give up on what?
Trying to remember which 20th century composer was associated with what and what kind of music. And I'm trying to remember that French 20th century composer who was really, really Catholic. And his music was atonal, but it had a lot of Catholic symbolism in it. It's very interesting. I'm drawing a blank. Sweet.
Well, you didn't even get that fight for that?
No. A good woman doesn't have to fight for anything she wants.
Oh, come on. You already have a capital? Or
yeah,
no?
I already have a capital at my other...
At your other thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to resign.
What? Miss Anne! Yes, thank you. Thank you.
You're going to mop the floor. How did you get a capital?
I paid for a capital a long time ago. It's called thinking ahead, my dear.
I was taking risks and actually, spending my guys.
Oh.
What other games do you like playing?
Skyrim. After Skyrim, I enjoy Skyrim and some more Skyrim.
Skyrim. And then listening to Jeremy Soule and thinking about Skyrim.
Yeah, I enjoy Skyrim a lot. I'm a big fan of the Portal games. I'm a big fan of the Half-Life franchise. The original Half-Life, Half-Life 2, Chapter 1, Chapter 2. Huge fan of Half-Life. And BioShock.
I showed you BioShock and Portal.
Yeah, you introduced me to BioShock and Portal, that's for sure. It's a boy. Timothy Smith. I'm having a boy. I've got a few names lined up. Yeah, Mass Effect. I tried Mass Effect. Someone gave me the game for free for PlayStation. I think I never got into it because I wasn't really good at the PlayStation controls. I tried Witcher about 2 months ago, and the problem with Witcher, it was beautifully made. That's hardly a problem. I thought it alienated the audience a little too much because no matter what, you're playing a male character and you're always going to have female body parts in a lot of the scenes just like rubbing your face.
What do you mean? Like, why were there female body parts?
Well, when you reach a point in the story, you kind of sit back and then a scene plays out in front of you. Which happens in Witcher, and
are there like sex scenes?
Well, there's been naked women so far, yeah. So
this is why I don't play role playing games.
Yeah,
not that I have a problem with sex scenes, but it feels like the weirdest way to like consume a story. I got through BioShock fine, but
also in the new Half-Life ones, when you're Gordon Freeman, you have that Alex Vance girl who's flirting with him, and you came after me, and I'm just like, ugh. But at least with Skyrim, you don't get any of that. You can choose to be male, female, and it hardly any, if anything, is tailored due to what sex you're playing. So
are you saying there's a lack of female representation?
There's a lot of female representation in the other ones. A little too much representation. I actually don't care playing a male protagonist. Like playing Gordon Freeman never really bugged me. But when they start throwing a part of the plot where the women are throwing themselves at the character, it's like, I don't need this. So it just doesn't do anything for me as a female player. It's just kind of something I put up with.
Well, I mean,
lots of big-tittied goths. That's funny.
Big-titted goths?
Yeah. I tried playing Oblivion a few months ago. I guess compared to Skyrim, like Skyrim fixed a lot of bugs supposedly, or fixed the gameplay in a way that was just made things a lot easier and smoother for the player. So stepping back into Oblivion, I found was a little more jarring as someone who plays games. Yeah, the Elder Scrolls 6, supposedly Jeremy Soule is not doing the music for that one the way he's done the music for the previous ones. And there's a lot of fans who are pretty bummed out about that. So I think they're making some artistic changes to it.
You get like 10,000 a turn?
No, I only get 6,000.
Okay.
Okay, that's moderately defended. I need wood. And I need it now.
I like playing Altimer and the Stormcloaks. I have no idea what...
Altimer joined the Stormcloaks in Skyrim. Well, I've played Skyrim. I think I'm on the 4th playthrough, and thing is, once I pick something, I'm loyal to it forever. Even if it's
That's why I married.
Yeah. Even if it's a dinner dish that I like. So every time I play Skyrim...
That is so true about your personality. You find something you like and you just stick with it.
And then I impose it on you every time.
Yeah, it's like, I like bearded dragons.
Let's get another one.
Another bearded dragon.
Yeah, so every time I play Skyrim, I'm always an Imperial. I always fight for the Empire. I never fought for the Stormcloaks. And I marry the same character every time whenever I'm able to... part of the game where I'm able to marry. Because I feel like if I were to marry someone else in the game, the next time I play it, I'm being unfaithful.
So you play the same life over and over again?
Yeah, and I adopt the same children because I feel like I
never get role-playing games. I'm not unnerdy. I like nerdy card games. I hate Wizards of the Coast, but somehow I end up giving them my money because... I don't know.
Because you got sucker written all over your forehead.
Everyone plays that game, even though I don't think Magic is the best game. All it's cracked up to be. It was just first. You like Arkham Horror, though, don't you?
Yes. That's a good game. Actually,
we're big Arkham Horror players.
It's a beautifully crafted game. I'm very impressed with it.
I like how it's very replayable. It's surprisingly replayable for what it is.
Alright, I'm defending this bastard. Come and get me! After you.
Maybe I'll just rush. I don't know. I think it's getting a little bit... When do you want to end the stream?
Let's end it at 10:30, so another 10 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, we've been here for a while.
I always like answering questions more than I like playing video games. We should have done
that's why I wanted a smaller map, Dave. Because I had a feeling this one was going to take a while longer.
Oh well. Might as well go for it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate or blame the Enlightenment?
Well... I don't know, 6? What does that mean?
I don't know. It can mean whatever you want it to mean.
Ooh, bee moths.
Behemoth.
I believe they're called bee moths. They're basically giant moths.
It's pronounced behemoth.
We'll see. Coming from the person who admitted to not reading.
Well, I don't read,
it's
but
called bee moths.
It's behemoth.
So what's the appeal of Yu-Gi-Oh? I mean, that always seemed like an upgrade from Pokemon. I don't know. I mean, I'm not proud of the fact that I occasionally play Magic, but I don't know. I hate Wizards of the Coast.
You're cute.
What do you think of JFK? He's an overrated president.
Not what your country can do for you. What you can do for your country. Okay, I'm gonna beef up because I got some people coming after my castle.
I'm not coming after your castle. I'm just gonna steal all your peripherals.
You bastard!
Because I know that you probably will be able to defeat me in a protracted siege, but you're not going to be able to sally forth and take any. It's like other people have the same idea. Ooh, maybe... Do you think there's another castle underground?
There are other castles. There's several castles. Why do you think these guys haven't been wiped off the map yet?
Maybe I'll go underground.
Okay, and I'll deal with these orange guys on my own. I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh! Have you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, I never felt inclined to. The art... I really don't like the art style. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a... I don't know. I mean, it must be a good game since it's been around for such a long time, right?
I think our plumber played Yu-Gi-Oh! He was talking about it.
I don't know why I built that.
I know.
Like we're not gonna be around long enough to even care about it. I mean, the best game of these kinds is Android Netrunner, or Netrunner generally. That's the best one of these games that's ever been designed, as far as I'm concerned. The gameplay is amazing. There's no collectability, no like rares that cost more than anything. You know, you can play right out of one box.
The art is good.
The art, I mean, it's Fantasy Flight Games, right? So, you know, it's Fantasy Flight, right? And it's really kind of an original take. It's not like the fourth or fifth iteration of like fantasy armies clashing into each other, right? And I guess, you know, I mean, everyone loves fantasy stuff, I guess, which is why Magic is so, you know, Magic the Gathering is so popular. I'm related to Muller. Really? Outside of the gameplay, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is awful. Well, I guess, you know, what is there outside of the gameplay? I guess... Jared Taylor does not like Yu-Gi-Oh! You heard it here first, folks. Is this like Four Clovers the same way?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, but the castle's down here. Shoot. Oh well. Gotta upgrade my stuff.
I don't know if I'm related to any composers. That'd be nice. I know I'm probably related to some Nazis.
We're both.
Yeah,
Both
we have some ancestors that fought for the wrong
I'm
side.
recording my my father's memoirs, and just amazing how much his survival. You know, my turn. This family's survival through the war just depended on dumb luck, and that really kind of depressed me for a day because I was thinking, man, I don't know. I mean, does that mean if we're entering one of these times again, does that mean it's just going to be down to dumb luck?
Yeah, I've played Hearthstone. I've built my own homes. I really liked it.
Hearthstone?
It's an expansion on Skyrim.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
No, it's a game based on World of Warcraft, right?
Or am I thinking of something else for Skyrim?
Hearthstone is like a dumbed down version of Magic, but it's mostly on the computer.
What is that expansion on Skyrim where you build your own home? I'm pretty sure it sounds
not
like
Hearthstone.
It sounds like Hearthstone. I am confused. It's pregnancy brain. Do you know you lose up to 5% of your gray matter when you're pregnant? You do. I've lost like 30 IQ points.
So you're now 120 IQ?
Now I'm like 120. I'm able to put on makeup better and solve escape rooms better because I'm not overthinking everything anymore. I'm too stupid. Ouch. You're a problem.
Those 50 archers just like...
You know, they shoot twice, which makes them really good.
It's just like... They've essentially defeated like two diverse armies.
Yeah.
Twice in a row for you.
Yeah. Okay, who's going down? You're going down. I don't like that guy. I don't like you. Hearthfire!
Hearthfire.
I'm sorry.
All right, let's take the last 10 minutes.
Stupid.
Let's take the last...
Ooh.
Let's take the last 10 minutes to answer
chat
questions.
I'm sorry.
You're not stupid. I'm slouching now.
Yeah, you've got posture things going on. Do you want to just save it?
Are we going to come back to this game?
Sure, we can come back.
I think we should play a different game. Specifically, I think we should play Total War.
I think I'm on the same page as you.
Or we could play Magic the Gathering online.
Ooh!
We could do a draft online.
Ooh, okay.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, The Sims expansion to Skyrim. Well, I never played The Sims because I'm not a woman.
I've never played Sims either, but I'm a woman. Explain that.
Well, because the logical syllogism is Sims is only played by women. That does not imply that all women have played The Sims.
Is that one of those logic things?
Yes.
Okay. Don't expect me to get it.
You see, this is the thing, guys. Helen, you say more sexist things about women in one day than I see an entire year on Stefan Molyneux's Twitter. But then one tweet from Stefan Molyneux, one tweet from Critical Condition, and you go absolutely ballistic.
Because they're wrong.
They're not. They're doing the same thing you're doing about, like, you know, these casual, jokey, sexist remarks, right? To troll people who are politically correct.
I can take jokey, sexist remarks.
Well, that's all that they do.
But when
they're trolling. They're trolling harder.
No, they're serious when they're like, a woman can't waste her reproductive years or she's useless. And they actually believe it, or women shouldn't vote. And women will say that, but are you actually living everything you think women should be? No. You know, it's just hypocrisy, man, or just... they say things that don't work.
So... But... Okay, so I know for a fact that Critical Condition thinks that families should vote. Which by extension means that women should vote.
Okay.
But I don't think that she wants unmarried men to vote either.
I think anyone who is in good standing in the community and who pays taxes gets to vote. Pretty much.
Well, but I don't know, most... But what does in good standing with the community mean?
You know, not having a criminal record the length of your arm and, you know, not incarcerated, clean hands kind of thing.
I don't know. I mean, to me, the problem, and I know that you're not into the reactionary theory thing. Mm-hmm. The problem is that this creates a whole huge voting block of the population that can vote but is not actually invested in the outcome and then can raid the public coffers.
Okay. Well, who do you determine has the greatest stakes in
families?
Voting? Families, okay.
Married heterosexuals that can do or plan to have children. And then they are these stakeholders. Now, we could provisionally allow the voting system to...
Gay couples who adopt?
No.
Okay, obviously as a Catholic standpoint,
but
we don't believe that's... But I think sorry, not to open up another can of worms. A gay couple adopting, I find, is far more noble than a bunch of people saying, I'm never going to have children because it's bad for the environment. Okay, I'll give them that. But
we're doing the whole... I mean, if I could take away... If I could take the vote away from environmentalist shitlibs, I probably would.
Okay, but even if it ends up being a gay couple...
I'm going to get my channel banned. Hey, this is not my channel.
Yeah, this channel can afford to be banned. Don't worry about it. But say if gay couple adopts several children, they are putting a lot of money and investment into that, raising children, right? Should they not be able to vote too? You did say heterosexual couples creating children, but adopting is really...
Maybe we could provisionally create a bracket of voters for gay couples who adopted. But I do think that gay couples, when they participate politically as gay couples, bring a lot of perverse incentives to the realm, to the realm of political decision making. I just think the influence that lesbians have had on on all sorts of things. Like they create all sorts of weird. I mean, most feminist theory is developed by this perspective, like this. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like I'm treading on very dangerous ground here. The whole idea is that not everyone equally is invested in the future, and even gay couples, like, what's their genetic investment? Are they related to the child? They totally adopted the child, right?
Yeah.
So they're kind of more like provisional guardians. Their stake in the society is. The problem with gay couples is their stake in the society is fundamentally secondary as opposed to primary. The thing is that married heterosexual couples are the next generation. They are not, like, related to the next generation. They're not produced as part of the next generation. They are the next generation. And as such, they have a much larger stake in the society than do other contenders. Maybe I'm too hard on gay couples. I know many gay people, and they're perfectly fine. Obviously, we have religious principles against that lifestyle. But I'm not thinking as someone who's speaking morally or interpersonally. I'm thinking as someone who's looking at this as purely an economic issue. And it's a question of incentives and stakes. I don't know. So, sorry, that's way too heavy to we just played the 90s video game and we're talking about gay marriage now.
Well, and voting rights. Who should vote?
Well, your
which stemmed back to Helen, you get to be sexist, but if anyone else does, then, it's wrong.
Yes, that's your policy, basically. It's that with racism, too.
What's racism?
Things you say.
Yeah. This is racism right here.
Okay, let's end this stream.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
It's so funny is, like, you're like 2 hours putting on your makeup, and then you're like,
let's embarrass
myself. Let's embarrass myself on stream.
My point was that I guess the word racism just means nothing, and I might as well just pick my nose. I didn't actually pick it. I just, tickled my nostril. Oh,
okay. Well, this may be a Canadian joke that I'm not.
Okay. Now that I've embarrassed both of us, thanks for watching. Thank you for your questions. Thanks for contributing. We'll do this again some other time.
Yeah, maybe we can do this with a better game.
Better game?
Like a board game online.
Okay.
You could do Netrunner online. You can play Netrunner on Jinteki.
Oh yeah, we could play Netrunner. I love Netrunner when I win.
Well, we could both play against other people.
Okay.
That might be fun. I don't know. What do why shouldn't gays get married? You can call gay arrangements whatever you want. They're not the same as straight arrangements. I mean, at any level.
I think they should have civil unions to be legally recognized.
It doesn't matter what you call it. It's just the problem is
as soon as you get the church involved and forcing the church to get involved in that, then
the thing is, Helen, the problem is that people are trying to delete a distinction. They're trying to. There's a necessary distinction between two things, like, for instance, men and women. And what the progressives do is they delete the word. So men and women could be of equal dignity, and maybe I don't think gay relationships are of equal moral stature as heterosexual ones, but maybe there is some dignity owed to them in their own right. But the thing is, that's not the political issue. The political issue on the floor is, are we even going to have a language to describe the difference between gay unions and straight unions? Because they're so fundamentally different. I mean, lesbians and gays are so fundamentally different. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Everyone has, right? But of course, the progressive coalition doesn't want this perception to be registered at the level where we can actually load this into our language sense. So the kind of thing that you fall asleep at.
No. What you guys, you and your friends talk about is much worse.
What do you mean we're talking about is much worse?
It's just, you talk about people I've never heard of and things that I've never heard of, and then
you know who Sargon of Akkad is?
Yeah, but you guys don't talk about Sargon of Akkad for 2.5 hours on your stream.
Well, I actually don't know what we talked about last time. I have a hard time. It seems like the last few times I've had guests on my stream, it's it's not worked out well because of the difficulty with Hangouts. Oh, so Will H asks, Dave, where would we find your videos if YouTube goes down? They're all on BitChute. Every one of them. Every one of them except the live streams is on BitChute. So, yeah. And maybe all these different platforms. I don't think anyone watches my channel for the live streams. I think those are kind of... I really, really, really want to do a pirate radio channel off of BitChute.
Yar?
Well, no, where you could have a classical music channel that would play classical music that might be copyrighted and people could listen to it.
Oh.
Like, well, I have this radio show that plays every Halloween usually, or sometimes New Year's, that has like all of the songs from like the 40s, 50s, 30s, 20s. The only requirement is that everyone is dead. And it's sort of a way to showcase what old radio is like. It's really great. I'd love to do that full time, and it would be really oh yeah, it would be really interesting. But I wonder if you could do that in BitChute because they might not be so adherent to the copyright things. Davis Arini. Well, yeah, he was the last guest I had on. The next guest I probably will have on will be Faraday Speaks, the guy who ContraPoint saved from the alt-right. He's a ContraPoint saved his immortal soul from the clutches of the alt-right.
Oh.
He almost married an evangelical woman and became a conservative.
God forbid.
I know. And ContraPoint's put him on the true path, and now he's a communist or something. Or at least he hangs out with communists. But we were talking about doing a stream about the ContraPoints cancellation thing. And that's really works well because I recorded a video on ContraPoints. And I better finish that Jordan Peterson video. Or if there's another development on Jordan Peterson, it's going to immediately be obsoleted. Which always happens with these videos. But maybe we should end the stream here.
Okay. So, thanks everyone. Good night. See you next time. And
good night from your favorite round-headed... We have both very round faces. Okay.
I think people end up marrying people who look like them.
I've told that we look alike.
Yeah.
We both have this Southern German kind of thing going. What? What are you doing?
Our profiles. Okay. Yeah, I see it.
I'm doing the Zoolander blue steel now.
Okay, sorry. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
All right, you have to go up there to... No. Okay.
Good night.